I mean, who are you though? Like, who are you? I don't know who I'm talking to, but I know I'm talking to a bad one. Okay? 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 I can't roll my R's. Oh, cooter. Oh, cooter. Cooter. Ow, I'm stuck. Hold on. I am personally honored to deliver this message. Whoever I'm speaking to, you are all that and a bag of my favorite chips. You are completely delectable. Everything is coming together for you. And the way that you are about to be turning heads this week is only the beginning. You're terrifying in the best possible way because you know who you are. And it is taking you time to get here, but you're standing on the fact that I know who I am. I don't have to seek validation. I don't have to pretend I'm somebody else. Like, there is no filter on you moving into this next era. You've officially jumped timelines. You've officially quantum leaped. Now, there are a couple people trying to wave to you from the other side, and I feel like you got something to say to them if you were going to talk to them at all. But your authenticity is intimidating this week. You are at the beginning of the black cat era. The rules do not apply to you. Nothing is off limits to you. And not because you're out here being a whole like, do you know what I mean? You're not out here being a jerk. You are turning heads because you are humble, and your silence is freaking powerful. Your silence is powerful. You don't have to be the loudest person in the room. And you are only the loudest with people that you feel completely comfortable with. And that is very few. So the way that you're turning heads right now is terrifying. Your authenticity is intimidating. You are at the beginning of your black cat era, and nothing can stop you. The rules don't apply to you, and nothing is off limits. I am loving this. So this extreme makeover, you're seeing that it's time to move on. You're finally seeing progress. You're excited. You've made a lot of progress with your confidence and your healing journey. So you are not accepting anything less. Yeah, you're like, I don't have to be out here bragging. I don't know who also was trying to reprimand you or make you feel really bad, but bestie, it ain't going down like that. It is not going down like that. You are starting to turn the tables, flip the script on people that kind of fight with everyone, kind of have an issue with everyone. And anybody that is chronically complaining in your life, you are updating your systems and you are decluttering, and you're going to snip them right out of the picture. Right now, you are coming out of a timeline where things were upside down for you. And finally, you are marinating in endless serendipity. You can feel it. It's got your skin tingling, and your glow up is turning heads. This extreme makeover is turning heads. Not that you care that it is, but you just feel good about yourself. You are also the tower for those that thought that they could play you, ride your coattails, saw you as a golden opportunity, a golden ticket. Like, this is going to be their season of justice. This is going to be their season of karma. So you are about to be spoiled in life and spoiled by God, and you don't have to brag about it. That's what I love about you guys. You don't have to brag about it, and you don't have to prove anything to anyone like, hey, I am this bad one. I have been doing a lot of the work. Like, you don't have to tell anyone anything. And so I really like that for you guys. You're just authentically moving on, making time for yourself, and you're getting everything snatched. You're like, that is dirty in my life. I don't need this. I don't need that. And where people told you that there wasn't a way, there is always a way. So you're looking at people that are like, I don't really think that's a possibility. I don't really think that you can be out here doing that. When you know it's for your highest good, when you know it's for the betterment of you, ain't no one gonna tell you no. Anyone trying to stop you from knowing your worth, like, hey, what you're asking for is too much. No, those rules don't apply to you because you are doing the work. Affirm it below. I am doing the work. Always. So because you're knowing your worth and sprinkle, sprinkle, you are adding a whole bunch more. You're like, I'm not taking these crumbs. So just because somebody else thinks that it's above their pay grade, it's not above yours. And as you're explaining this to people, it's just time to move on. And you see that, you see the writing on the wall, like, hey, I know this might be above what you think you can do, but I can do anything. Sirens. You are so divinely protected right now, it ain't even funny because you are steadfast in knowing what is better for you. So normally some people out here or even some loved ones would have you second guessing if you are being too high maintenance, if you're asking for too much, and that is not the case. You are super generous. You are taking a leap in faith and believing in yourself. So I definitely want to know if you're hearing sirens at the same time as me, because that's a big confirmation that you don't need to be pressured or pressed like these other people are. And I don't know, you're not negotiating with chronic crybabies. You are not negotiating with people that fight with everyone or don't see their own value. Like, you're not doing that. So you are about to become the black cat, the big bad wolf of the forest. Oh, I dropped it, but you know what I'm talking about? Like, you are about to become the big bad wolf of the forest. You're like, I will huff and I will puff and I will blow your BS to the trash, to that side of the street, because I can do whatever the frick I want. And what I love about this energy is you're not doing this again to be like, I'm so freaking awesome. You're doing this because you understand what you deserve, and you're not going to let anybody limit you. You are not going to let anybody hold you back. So you're like, I'm ready for this update to my system. It's coming at the perfect time. I know what I want. I know what I need. I know my worth, and I'm done with my life being upside down. Like, you can create hiccups and snafus and issues all on your own. You don't need anybody out here to do that for you. Like, you don't need anybody adding to the equation of things that you're working on. So you are moving into this timeline of 0 Fs. And this is the thing too, the people that you're walking away from, they thought they were above this rule because maybe you shared some trauma or some information with them. You were vulnerable with them. So they thought, oh, I'm the exception to the rule. No, they are not. And you are going to help catapult some people's ego shedding, their ego unaliving. You are also being gentle with yourself as you declutter. I love the way that you're like pep talking yourself, like, you know what, we got this. They're kind of being negative. They're telling me that I can't do this, that I'm crazy, that I'm delusional, that it doesn't make sense. And these people definitely thought that they had a ticket with you to the finish line. And that is not the case. You are getting ready to enjoy this journey. And anybody this is like you enjoying the car ride and sticking your head out the window and somebody being like, oh my gosh, you're doing too much. What are you doing? We ain't here for that. I feel like the quote of the week for you is, I don't need that negativity. I really don't. I really don't. And it's very eye-opening what you're seeing in the last couple of weeks. Like, I don't need this job. I don't need this relationship. I don't need this BS. I don't need this drama. I don't need this type of reaction. You're only taking constructive criticism from people doing the work. You're not taking constructive criticism from people that are making things up to fit their laziness, to fit their agenda. And this is, again, eye-opening to you. You might be a little bit shook that people that pretended that they had been doing the work all along weren't really doing anything. They were asleep or asleep on the couch, or they just were slacking in every capacity. So you're showing people where you have it together, and you will pick up and leave anytime you see fit, like you have your ducks in a row. You're showing people like you didn't remember this, you didn't care about this, you didn't take initiative. I think I'm saying that right. You didn't take the bull by the horns and you told me that you could. So obviously, what I'm asking for is above your pay grade. Yeah. So you're being gentle with yourself and you're being very silent as you maneuver, as you make your plans behind the scenes. Okay. I know you. I know you, bestie. You are a very busy bee. You are entering celebrity status. And now, what I mean by this is not necessarily you becoming a celebrity, but you feeling like you're a celebrity. You carrying yourself with the utmost like self-respect. You are walking with your head held high. You are no longer trying to hide yourself. You are no longer trying to hide in sweatpants or hide in the house. You are no longer trying to hide what you consider your flaws or your imperfections. You are now embracing your said flaws and imperfections. And people that have been playing mind games with you that's too much, you're not perfect, we don't need that type of negativity. As you're turning heads, you have some people playing with fire, and I want you to understand that you are divinely protected, but you do have some people acting ratchet, and I hear you just like swiping, deleting, ignoring, and again, your silence is very powerful. Like, these people want you to react, and they will never. Like, you are never gonna get into a back and forth. I think that is so cringe and ick when people get into a back and forth with subscribers or followers, or like, do you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you got to defend yourself. That I get. But I mean, going tit for tat and doing that publicly, that's mind blowing to me. To give them the time of day. You don't give people the time of day. And that's why people are like, oh my gosh, their silence is so powerful. They just, like, you are never going to be caught unalived giving people the time of day that act like that. Like, you're barely going to give somebody that you care about acting like that the time of day. So you sure ish ain't going to give somebody that is super negative the time of day to play on your timeline like that. Nope. It's bibbity bobbity. I don't think so. So they can act McRatchet all they want. They can do that. You are the tower. You are the justice. You are the scales being balanced. You embody that every day of the week. So they can spy and watch your social media. They want you to be in fear of them. They want you to be intimidated. You got a lot of people out here trying to overcompensate around you, and it's not going to work. It's not going to work for the people that are in your day-to-day life doing that. It's sure as frick ain't going to work for the people that are strangers doing that. Like, there are people that want to create their own narrative, like that you did them dirty, that they have been victimized by you, that it's just all, like, everybody feels sorry for me. Some of the things that's coming in this new era is love. A connection being revitalized, a connection being resuscitated, and some of you guys meeting the person of your dreams. You are going to feel this soul connection. You're going to feel like you know them telepathically, like you can read their mind and they can read yours. This is a very big boss up. This is a big glow up. Your money is changing. Your money is changing in big ways. Like, you are securing many bags. You look like a full-blown celebrity out here in these streets, and you're going to be carrying yourself with so much confidence. Like, I've been to hell and back. A time or 5. This ain't my first rodeo. I'm going to start carrying myself differently. 0 F's given. People are trying to tell you that you're high maintenance, like I was saying before. People are trying to say, like, oh my gosh, you're so high maintenance. Like, why are you so delusional? The world doesn't work that way. Da-da-da-da. And again, you don't need that type of negativity. You're not going to let anybody limit you. So anybody that's saying that you're just too much, you expect too much out of the world, your expectations are up here, they just can't find the ladder and climb, and that is not your problem. So you're putting distance between yourself and this person because it's toxic to you. Anybody that's going to make you feel bad for the things that you're working towards, the goals that you have, the things that you've obtained. Like, you have big things being activated. And the first card I got for you is knowing your worth. The second card I got for you is updates to your system. So this was piggybacking off of what I channeled. Okay, so my channeled message is the way you're going to be turning heads is terrifying. It's starting this week. Your authenticity is intimidating. And you were at the beginning of this black cat era. You are on the precipice of greatness. You're just out here knowing your worth. That's why they're mad. So another thing is devil energy is trying to stop you because you're closer than you think. So keep going. There are so many surprises along the way. I feel like really excited for you guys because I don't think you're used to getting surprises like this. Okay, so keep going. You are closer than you think. This is not lust. This is things that you deserve. We have the chameleon. Ooh, yes. You can shapeshift, bestie. I know. So we have shamanic aura, new skin. Were we not just talking about your aura? People are like, oh my gosh, who is that? Beaming, freaking self-worth. I love this. Okay, let's see what this says. Know when to be a rainbow of color and when to camouflage yourself from predators. Shots fired. Okay, hold on. Let me reel it back in. Know when to be a rainbow or when to camouflage yourself from predators. Some are not worthy of your energy and are only there to bask in your aura, wearing it as a mask. So you perceive the same beauty within them. Oh, I don't like that. Okay. But you already be knowing, bestie. So we have chameleon is a shaman, gifting us the ability to shapeshift. He shows us when to be bold and bright or to blend in with our surroundings. And I was saying something similar to that you know when to be loud and you know when to be silent. And I channeled the message that I wrote it down. The rules do not apply to you. Nothing is off limits. Your silence is so freaking powerful. You're dangerously accurate. You thought with certain people you belonged. And you did for a short time. Some people are in our lives for a season, a reason, a long time. Whatever the case is, you really thought that you belonged for more than a night or more than a year, or you know what I mean? More than a season. And some of these people, they really let you down and they showed you who they really are. Okay? They showed you who they really are. So you're taking your time right now, and that's why you know when to shine and you know when to camouflage yourself to see, like, who is this person really? No, but who are they really? You need as much information as possible on how you are about to be properly spoiled, okay? Affirm it below. I'm about to be properly spoiled. I'm about to be properly taken care of. I'm about to be properly blindsided. Yes, with all types of good news. That's how you're looking at people like, toodaloo. So somebody's going to try to guilt trip you. Okay, that's coming in too. While they doubted you, doubted your strength and your audacity. I know, they doubted your audacity, bestie. They were such a dummy to do that. But I should be yours and you should be mine. Where are you going? We were always meant to be together. That ain't gonna work here. That is not gonna work. You are blocking that attempt. You're like, I'm looking up. Like, even this guy is looking up. He's like, how many F's do I have to give? None. Okay? If you are new here, sometimes we have to pause and we have to look up. Do you see any F's to give for the people that just tried to play with you? Oh, wait. Yeah, there's none. There's none. There is none. You see that this is toxic. You see it for what it is. And just because it's not the most toxic situation doesn't mean that it's a good fit for you. Just because this person might not be the worst human being ever, this might not be the worst job ever or the worst family ever, does not mean that it's good for you. Does not mean that you have to settle. So you have a plan B. You always have a plan B. And now you're activating it. And you're moving silently. So your silence is scaring people. Your silence is so freaking powerful. They're like, oh my gosh, they did not have a plan B. I thought that they trusted me. I thought that they were going to always stay with me. The honeymoon phase is over. The honeymoon phase is over. They indulged in things that they shouldn't have indulged in. They did things that they shouldn't have been out here doing. They doubted you. They slacked. They had you picking up the slack. They lied. They tried to sugarcoat and just gaslight things. And you're like, they like talk too much, basically. Okay? They talk too much. And they're going to try to act like they're not nervous about you walking away. Don't be like, oh my gosh, are they not? No, they are. They're scared that you're walking away. And let me explain why. I want you to think about all the people that you let go of in this last year. Okay? Are we thinking? Think about all the people, 8 to 10. The 8 to 10 people that you let go of. Maybe even more. Okay, acquaintances, peers, family members, lovers, all of them. And I want you to think about how your life or how you affected them when you walked away. Really think about that. Was their life affected after you walked away? I guarantee it was. I guarantee you affected their everything. You affected their finances. You affected their happiness. Like, now that you're out of the picture, they can't scapegoat you. They can't blame you. Like, and it's just showing that these people did not respect your being in your presence. They should have been more grateful to be in your presence. And now they have been on a downhill whatever. They're still trying to catch up. They're still trying to put their life back together after you left them. It does not matter in what shape or form that they were in your life, whether it was love, family, work, career, whatever. Like, they're still trying to repair the damage. And they're moodier than ever. Okay, they're moodier than ever. So all the suspicious behavior that they were trying to hide, it's now all on Front Street. They're out here being a whole clown. Okay? They're out here being a whole demonic troll. So let's see what else we got for you. What predicted it? When you were around these people, you predicted that certain things would happen. So don't doubt your intuition. Your accuracy is impeccable. It scares people how psychic you are, how intuitive you are, how spot on you are. So I'm saying that to say this. The people in the past that you knew were going to F you over, like you had a vision or a dream or an inkling, take that into consideration right now. Sometimes you can foresee how things are going to end, so use that to your advantage. That, okay, maybe we weren't going to boss up together. Maybe this person does cause a lot of drama. Maybe they do have a lot of growing to do. And that's the thing that you just don't have time for, is people thinking that they have no room for growth in every area of life. So you might feel like you have a lot of evil eye on you. You are correct, but you are divinely protected this whole next year in ways that you haven't even seen before. So keep up on your prayers, staying prayed up and strapped. You are saying goodbye to these hard lessons. You had enough of the craziness. You just know what time it is. Okay, you know what time it is. People are scared of you because you don't lie. Okay, you don't lie. You might try to sugarcoat things every now and again, but you don't lie. And even that you're working on. You're like, who is it serving for me to sugarcoat what I feel right now and what I should say to this person? You're like, I'm not going to do it. So you are really working this muscle of telling people like it is. Like, hey, I know that you thought you could do this or that to me and that it would be cool or that I would overlook it, but that is simply not the case. Some of them might even get a little mad with you. Well, I thought you would stay. I thought you would do this. I thought you would do that. Well, you thought wrong. When they crossed you, when they disrespected you, when they assumed, okay, they thought wrong. So you might be confessing some things to people this week, and they might be like, whoa, like mind blown. Wait, you're leaving me? Wait, we're breaking up? Wait, you quit? Wait, what do you mean you're going zero contact? What do you mean you're walking away? What do you mean you're moving? Pop up, guess who? Pop up, guess who? Ding dong. Must be that crib that I ordered. Yeah. I don't even think I said those lyrics right, but you guys know what I'm saying. You're just about to surprise some people because they thought they had it in the bag. They thought they had it in the bag. They thought they had you convinced. And that's what's really funny, because you always warn them, like, I'm loving me now and I be moving a certain way. And they should have known from all the people that you cut off before that you weren't the one and that you weren't playing. So, yeah. Every time you leave people behind that did you dirty, I mean every single time, something bad happens, because you are the tower. You are the tower. I also feel like you have some like false prophets or some false star messengers or some false influencers studying you right now. Like really studying you right now. And trying to take notes on certain details about you. That's for those of you that are on social media or entrepreneurs. You have some people that they don't understand how you're so consistent or how you're so disciplined. They don't understand the protection that you have. You could have already written some of these people off. Like, you don't F with them, or you don't watch them, or you don't agree with their theories or the things that they teach. But you just kind of like keep that to yourself. Okay. But yeah, somebody might be trying to openly blast you. And you're just going to laugh, because that, again, that's going to backfire on them. Anybody that's trying to publicly embarrass you or shame you or this, that, and the third. Because I'm getting that there's some people that they feel slighted by you. And it's very delusional. It's very weird. And so they still have this vendetta towards you. And you're just really unbothered. Oh, this is not even supposed to be in here. Okay, hold on. Some of these cards are not supposed to be in here. So let's look at them. Okay, we have let yourself receive. In this era, you're going to be palms up. Let yourself receive. God is pouring into your cup. This is like you having the Ace of Cups. It's like the Stanley Cup of cups. And God's like, put your cup out. And you're like, can I please have some more? Can I please have some more? And then the other one that came out is sudden shift. You feel like all the work that you've been having to put in towards this growth, towards this extreme makeover, you are releasing so much. At the same time, you are finally feeling this shift. Your current reality is shifting towards something very different from what you anticipated. I know. And then we have free yourself from your past mistakes by forgiving yourself for what you have done or what you have went through. So I said this in a message yesterday, that you guys have been releasing some deep, very deep, suppressed trauma through maybe some exercises or therapy or yoga. Like, you've been doing some work silently that I feel like nobody knows about but you and God. And whatever that is, it is really helping you. Because maybe if the old version of you was going through these things that you've been going through in the last year, where you felt like your life was upside down, you would have some really bad habits or vices, and you've really been working on those things. Like, I'm not going to get into a toxic relationship. I'm not going to be a pick-me. I'm not going to be codependent. I am not going to go drink and party and numb myself. I'm not going to make things worse. I'm going to get through this. So you have really put in miles on this journey of feeling like nothing's really going your way. So we have petulant and slept with a friend's lover and throws shade. If you can see some of these people that you know you're getting ready to walk away from, or that you just don't see eye to eye with anymore, if you can see them sleeping with your friend in the future, if you can see them backstabbing you in a way, if you know that they have been throwing shade or they're just in contempt for like anything you say, you know that they're being rude. You know that they're being a petulant child. So it's just confirmation that these are the right people to walk away from, because I don't know. Like, let's say you're in a good union or good relationship and you feel like, well, I can't bring my person around any of these people. That alone is a sign. Like, you know what I mean? That alone is a sign. Or, like, let's say it's your children and you wouldn't take your children around any of these people. Like, you wouldn't let them babysit. That is a sign. I'm seeing you really put your foot down. Like, I don't think you're good for this. I don't think you were good to me in this scenario. I don't think you respect me. I think you're putting me in the middle of some drama. That's another thing. You are not going to let people shame you. You are dealing with some real class acts. You are dealing with some real class acts that have no problem shaming you, but want all of the, what is a word? They want all of the sympathy when it's them feeling shameful. So they could be in the middle of shaming you, like, oh my gosh, can you just deal with this? Let me put you in the middle of this crappy situation. And you're like, oh my gosh, wait, what? And then if it's them dealing with it, they're like, oh my gosh, feel bad for me though. And they might even do this while in the middle of putting you in the middle. You know what I mean? Like, they're putting you in the middle of some drama and they're like, oh my gosh, but feel sorry for me. But feel sorry for me. And you're like, ew, I cannot. If you guys are on social media as your business, you could be dealing with people that try to shame you on social media. That's because you're popping, bestie. They are making bold claims in order to make themselves feel good. Yeah. And that is people slacking off at work. Like, they don't have anything better to do than to troll, than to bully. Like, you can't go outside and go get a hobby. You can't go walk your little dog. Like, you can't find nothing to do besides go troll somebody online. Like, I think that behavior is sicko disgusto. Like, I will never be someone that's gotta, oh my gosh, tippity tight, and make somebody feel bad about their physical appearance or what they're going through or what they're doing wrong. Like, that is not nice. Okay, that's not kind, that's not compassionate, that's not cool, that's not pretty. You are as pretty as the way that you treat people. And some of these people, they need God. They need Jesus. They need something. Okay? So we're just going to keep praying for them on our side of the street. Because I mean, what else can we do? But yeah, you're loving yourself now. So let's talk about what else is coming in for you at the beginning of this era, this Black Cat era. You're turning heads, you're scaring people. They're like, oh my gosh, like, who is that person? I do feel like you're going to be getting a lot more compliments from people in person. That might really kind of shock you. Look, cyberbully again. So I feel like you have way more people watching you on social media that don't like you than you even think or could imagine. Maybe you feel it when you're on social media. Maybe somebody's trying to block you. Like, it's not going to work, but I feel like people energetically want to harvest your light or harvest your energy or make you feel bad about shining, and that it ain't never going to happen. You are currently opening a portal to multiple streams because you are carrying yourself with so much gratitude, with so much eagerness to learn, and it's just a beautiful sight to see. I feel like your angels, your ancestors, I feel like God, the divine, is very proud of you and how much growth that you have. Like, you've just been putting in so much work, and everything that has seemed upside down or feels like it's been going wrong, it's finally going to start going right. And certain situations where you would normally feel very uncomfortable, you're no longer feeling uncomfortable to say what you got to say and say it with your whole chest. Like, you're not scared to leave that job, to leave that relationship, to leave whatever doesn't serve you anymore. You're like, not only am I going to take my stuff with me, but I might tell you about yourself. And not only that, I might celebrate on the way out. Like, because you have big ideas for yourself, and that is what's being activated. You have big dreams, you have a big vision, and whoever is trying to limit that, you're cutting them out of the picture. You're like, I want to enjoy this journey. You don't need to be yelling at me to get back in the car, to get back in the chariot, to stop smiling. That's another thing, okay? There are people that don't want you to have joy unless it comes from them. And that is a big red flag to you. Okay, so if you have one or two people like that still in your life, I really feel like you're getting rid of them in this next month because they want to be your only source of happiness. They don't want you to have that anywhere else. And some of you could have just had a very toxic union or relationship or karmic, whatever. Maybe even a situationship where somebody cheated on you and lied to you and said like, I'll never do it again, blah, 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 blah. But you ain't here for that. You ain't here for that. Like, you don't play games. If somebody decides to act like, oh, I've always been loyal and I love you so much, but I just had to cheat just a little bit, just for like, just a little bit. You do not have to accept anything less of taking somebody back that treats you like however. You know what I mean? So don't let other people try to coax you into, oh, you need to get paid, or you need to get this from them, or you need to do this, or you need to take them back, because we don't play that game over here. And my theory is, if you cheat, you have me all the way effed up. Okay? Because I will commit arson. I will do all types of things. I am not the one. I am not the one. Okay, you can ask any of my exes how crazy I am. But do you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to take anything less. So don't let whoever that message is for, don't let anyone try to coax you into, oh my gosh, they cheated, so you can maybe get a ring out of them, or maybe you can get some money out of them. Like, I think that's like the worst advice ever. But that's just me from my corner of the internet. Like, I wouldn't want anything from them. Like, yeah, if you have a marriage and you have kids, then okay, maybe you need to get like, some child support, have them pay their share, but they can keep their stank whatever on their side of the street. You could have had somebody as well that is very unloyal and then uses money as leverage, uses it to control. You ain't here for that either. So wherever you have been finding the strength to leave people like this that think they always have one over on you, that they have you cornered, that you'll always be here, you're about to prove a whole bunch of people wrong. Okay, you're about to prove a whole bunch of people wrong. You are being really honest with yourself, like, do I deserve somebody giving me the bare minimum? This slacker that acts like they be doing so much? You're calling everybody out. Okay, in this situation, you are calling everybody out, and the more you move out of the way, the more you have coming in for you. Okay, you're going to be digging in deep. You're turning heads, and it is terrifying to people. They're like, oh my gosh, did you hear that they broke up with so-and-so? Did you hear that they served them with divorce papers? Did you hear that they're going to court? Oh my gosh, did you hear that they quit this job? Like, that is going to be you. Because what you were going to do all along was hidden in plain sight. You already warned these people. I am not the one. I know who I am. I know what I bring to the table because I am the table. And they chose to turn a blind eye and use certain things against you. Their tactics will not work here because you are a new person. You are the black cat that always lands on top and on their feet. So you have multiple streams coming in because you are being honest about what you need to walk away from to create what you want to be able to progress, to be able to flourish. The way that you are walking away from people right now is nothing short of unbelievable, is nothing short of exquisite. It looks real good. And people are shook. You are creating very healthy boundaries. Like, come on, they've already been warned. They've already been warned that you're not the one. You never been the one. You're never going to be the one, or pretend you're not. You're just not going to do that. You are showing people that ship has sailed. You already lied. You already cheated. You already stole. So we don't really have anything to talk about right now. We really don't have anything to talk about. So their mind games have backfired, and you are back at it again, looking good. If you've been feeling like out of your element or out of sorts, like things are finally coming together for you, and I'm so excited. Okay. I'm also seeing you meditate more to help like calm your nervous system. I'm seeing you do more healing work, more self-care, being by yourself a lot, because this is what's going to feel fulfilling for you. Like, you don't need somebody else to make you feel fulfilled. It's you, yourself, and you, and like maybe your purpose. You're also looking at people's definition of love, and you're like, I don't know if I want that. So yeah, again, anybody trying to make you feel like you're obsessed over things that are silly, you're excited or creating things that are silly. No, we have the eagle, vision, higher self, truth. This is your vision. This is your higher self speaking. This is your truth. So we have rise up on the eagle's wings and enter the vision. It is a time to remember who you truly are. The eagle wraps you in his wings and lends you his eyes so you can see beyond the veil of illusion. What did I tell you guys? Oh my gosh, my mind is blown right now, because we were just talking about you seeing beyond and remembering how you interacted with people in the last year that you cut off and what has happened to them and things that you saw ahead of time, things that you predicted. So again, you are being given this vision to see beyond the veil. Riddle me what? Okay, hold on. Okay. To see beyond the veil of illusion, the light wisp of feathers in the wind on your face feels like the presence of seraphims. Creator has heard your prayers and is taking you home to your higher self. So these eagles have powerful vision. Don't doubt that your vision is powerful. In another message, we talked about the spirit animal that you think you're unleashing. Let me know what spirit animal you feel like is unleashing in this week. I feel like it's black cat energy with a big bad wolf, sprinkle on a little hummingbird, and maybe an eagle. Like, you are not the one. You are not the one. It's kind of like when people are like, oh my gosh, a black cat. And they're like scared. That's how people are going to kind of be looking at you like, oh my gosh, they're so attractive. Oh my gosh, their aura is blinding. Yeah, that's an earth angel walking by. That is an earth angel walking by. Brace yourself. So again, you are closer than you think. You are being ooh, I was just gonna say reminder. You are being given a reminder like, hey, you can predict. You can see. You are closer than you could ever believe. You are being able to see beyond the veil of illusion. Because some people were really trying to hide some things from you. So you know when to fold them and you know when to hold them. Oh wait, wrong card. you know when to be bright and sunny and like, oh, and you know when to zip it. Because you are observing people, you are being able to see beyond the veil of illusion. Like, I don't know, people just be out here like, I'm adding so much value to your life, and you're like, are you? Or are you just adding 50 bags of dog crap and freaking a whole bunch of drama? Like, stop. People be out here full of themselves. Your obedience is paying off. So, this is what I'm channeling. You didn't want to cut all these people off. You did not. The people in the past, okay? You did not want to cut those people off, and you were obedient to your higher self. You were obedient to what the divine wanted for you. You're like, I like Sally Sue, and Sally Sue was my friend for a really long time. I just don't want to let them go like that, but they're not treating me like they're supposed to. And Sally Sue could have been spreading rumors about you. Most likely that was the case. Somebody that you really cared about was talking about your relationships, was talking about your finances, was talking about your, do you know what I mean? I had to let go of a friend like that last year, and it sucked because they were doing that exact same thing. Okay, somebody that I had trusted, was not only talking badly about me, but talking badly about me with my enemies. And I mean arch nemesis enemies that have been hating me for a whole long time. Okay? The bullies in my life, they became friends with and were talking badly about me. And the person thought they could just treat me however the frick. And that I wouldn't leave. Because we were also working together for my business. So they thought I'm adding so much value to the equation that they're not never going to leave me and I can just talk about them however the frick. They'll always stay. They threw a several-year relationship down the drain because I cut them off with the quickness. And I didn't want to. So I'm just saying that to say this, like, there were relationships that you had in your life and you did not want to cut these people off. You're like, I want to be a happy family. I want this love to work. I want this relationship to work. I want this union to work. And you were seeing like it's not. You have the vision to see beyond the illusion. You were obedient. Not just one time, but several. Say it with me, bestie, several. You created boundaries several times. It wasn't like a fluke accident. You did it over and over and over again. You proved to the divine, like, I really am out here trying to move forward and I'm serious about getting what I deserve. So we have the Lily Maiden, new life and hope. The Lily Maiden sits upon a bright orange and pink lily, spreading vivacity, I think that's the word, and new life wherever she roams. She brings spring to your life and leaves a scent of new hope. So when you enter people's lives, like, they feel all of this hope and they're excited, but there are other people that don't even appreciate it. They don't even appreciate it, or they get complacent. They have made their choice. They have made their choice. Well, we have conclusion. You show people when this is over. You're like, it's over when I say. Okay, it ain't over until I say it's over. With a swipe of my pen, with a flick of my wrist, with the of my scissors, I am not the one. Maybe you kind of dumbed yourself down to see what people would do. To see if they would be who they said that they were going to be to you. So you're officially letting them go. Guys. They thought, oh, I add so much value to their life. Like, they were so big-headed, cocky, arrogant. I can't even. And you give people that type of confidence. And then you watch what they do with it. Wow. But I just channeled that. Okay, you guys give people that type of confidence in themselves because you give them so much hope and renewal, and then you kind of watch what they do with that. Like, let's see what you're about. Let's see what you're about. And they always end up effing it up. So you're ending a chapter, and you're getting ready to start chapter 1 of your Black Cat era, the big bad wolf of the forest. I feel like a lot about cats and birds. Cats and birds. Okay, so like owls, eagles, ravens. Owls, eagles, ravens, hummingbirds. And we've got tigers. Okay, eye of the tiger. Lions, black cats. The hawk. So we have origins. I do feel like you're going to be connecting with like your lineage or your roots more this year in the beginning of this era. Like being really proud of your roots despite if you are close to your family or not. Like you finding out more about your culture, your lineage, like where you come from, your origins, and being guided by that. Because I do feel like your ancestors are protecting you right now as you break generational curses. And that has not been easy for you to do. Okay, it has not been easy for you to... Oh, this is not supposed to be in here either. We have the Fool. It has not been easy for you to trust yourself. I love that there is a wolf in this card with a rabbit. Like, what? That's not even supposed to be in here. This is to a tarot deck. I don't even know where it is. So you're getting organized. You're like, nah, I'm on the move. These people are trying to block my movement. I ain't got time for that. I am the wild one. Okay? I forgot your name, but I'm going to call you mine. That is what you're looking at, like your dreams. You're like, I forgot what dream this is, but all of them are being activated. And I'm going to call you mine. Like that Jessie Murphy song, Wild Ones. I freaking love that song. So yeah, you're out here like intimidating like Harley Quinn. Maybe I should share that song again. I freaking love it so much. Okay, I'm like singing it in my head. Anyways, what else? What else we got here? Oh, we have the turtle again. Stop. This is a different deck. Oh, I gotta pick these up. Hold on. I had to stop the camera to pick those up because I was like, hold on. And I got the coyote. It's also giving me like cat, but I don't know if that's like also in the cat family or not. I'm not sure. Somebody let me know in the comments. But you've had to adapt to other people's moves, and now people need to adapt to how you're moving. You are not going to be tricked, and you are in this process of mothering yourself. You've been doing a lot of self-soothing to work through trauma. That has been a lot. And then some of you are not only doing that, but also seeking counseling or therapy. Like, oh my gosh, you guys have been doing the work, and you should be so freaking proud. So we have preservation, creation, and mother. We have the turtle again. Slow down and find your own pace. There is no rush when the destination is inside of yourself. Turtle is at home wherever she roams and knows that heaven is a state of being. So this is what you've been creating in your life. You're like, heaven is a state of being, and I want to have heaven in my life. And if people aren't, they're adding chaos or anything crazy, like, I'm just going to move on. I'm going to take my time. I'm not going to let, like I said earlier, let people make me feel pressed. Then we have trapped and the warrior. For so long, you felt trapped in what you thought, like, people need me to be this, or they want me to be that, or they expect me to be all of these things. And maybe you made some mistakes along the way, but you are a warrior. You're a spiritual warrior. You have savage intellect. You are the galactic truth serum. You are the walking love spell. You are the walking wish fulfilled. Okay, my first anthem I ever wrote for the channel is, we are divine. We are cosmic. We are humble. We are mother effing intuitive. We stand in our truth and we grow daily. And every day that we create a better life, every day that we create legacy wealth, the devil comes to play. And we what? We only F with the light, okay? So if you've made it this far into the message, affirm it below. We only F with the light. Love it. Okay, let's see what else we get for you. I love this message. Okay. You guys could also like the movie Hunger Games. I'm channeling Hunger Games. You're just a fighter. You are a fighter, and so many people underestimated that you could do this. We have the unicorn that wants to remind you that the magic and grace you see in her is only the reflection of the magic and grace inside of you. Commit every day in choosing self-love so that you can set your rare, enchanting, miraculous, outer-worldly unicorn self free. See, this is what you're supposed to be, the wild one. You're like, I'm busting this portal wide open. I got places to go and things to see. So people might be mad at you. They feel like, okay, how come you're just out here doing whatever the frick? You feel like the rules don't apply to you. And that's not how you're trying to be. You're not out here being pompous or arrogant or anything of the such. Anything of the kind. Whatever. You're not out here being like that. So they're just being salty. Let them. Literally let them. Okay. We have soul bond, growth, separation, and union. Wild horse is next. And the hummingbird. Okay, sorry guys. This is why I don't be pulling out this deck too much, because I get so like... anyways. Okay. Let me reel it in. We have the hummingbird. Wait, no. Hold on. The soul bond, which has the little owls kissing on it. A soul bond between souls is ancient, older than the planet. Growth, separation, union. So a deep soul bond changes us on a spiritual and cellular level. A soul bond can be what initiates us into alchemy, the path that will lead us to our highest potential. So you're just seeing like what's blocking me in love, what's blocking me in these relationships. Like, I'm not crazy. I know what I'm talking about. Then we have the hummingbird, heart activation and bliss. You are currently in the process of a beautiful heart activation. Your heart has not felt alive like this in a very long time, and your spirit is flying high. Okay, so you can affirm below. My heart is being activated and I am flying high. My heart is being activated and I am flying high. How beautiful. Then we have the wild horse. Spirit, new adventure, and letting go. Which I love. It's like you always knew you were wild, a wild one, right? But you're like, okay, I'm making movement, but everything felt kind of gray. It's like one of those movies where everything's in black and white and then all of a sudden it's in color. You're like, yeah, this is 4K, HD. This is a life that I deserve. Ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing. I'm not crazy. I love that for you guys. Okay. Then we have stay in your body, healing, true strength, present. This is what has been hard for you. And let me explain why, because I feel like I haven't in a long time. For a lot of us that suffered narcissistic issues with narcissistic people growing up and in relationships, it is hard for us to be present and stay inside of our body. So whether you're doing ice baths or somatic yoga, different exercises for cortisol or for stress, being in fight or flight all the time, you are learning how to heal and you are learning how to soothe and mother or father yourself. And this is helping you stay present. So we have, when we go through something traumatic, the natural response is to disassociate. So this disassociation is a mechanism of the psyche to temporarily protect us until we are ready to see the reality, a form of self-preservation. So this is like the chemistry in your body. Like when you are stressing, there's like a little signal in the brain. Let me not get too crazy with it because it's hard for me to even explain. Okay, there's like this little part in the brain and it says, we're stressing. Oh my gosh, fight or flight is being activated. And it sends these signals down the body to your adrenal. And then it's like sending out messages for like the insulin and like hold on to the fat and just like panic mode, keep the body safe. This is what you're learning about yourself and how long you have been in this mode. And how it has almost been not going back to what it needs to be. So you're like, oh my gosh, I'm not too far gone. I'm going to really protect myself. So you're not going to let anybody come in here and stress you out. Because maybe to you it used to be cool not to get a lot of sleep. It used to be cool to be like boopity boopity boop and fighting with everybody and their little dog. And now you're like, not today, Satan. Not today. So you are separating from that version of yourself that needs to, because what your body is doing, you feel like your body's working against you. Because say your cortisol levels are high, then working out and being like a lunatic and getting on the treadmill, running uphill, it's like running through quicksand. It's literally like running through quicksand. And then it puts your body in even more of a panic mode. And it just hunkers down and holds on to everything. So what you're learning to do is take it slow. Not high resistance training with the high cortisol levels, but low resistance training. Especially if you feel like your body has been in fight or flight and holding on to belly fat specifically. If you're like, oh my gosh, I can't get rid of this. I don't know what the frick is going on. Is it my hormones? And stress is not necessarily a hormone. It's your body chemistry and the signals from the brain going down to the adrenal and messaging to the rest of the body like, we're not good. We are not good. So you are really aware right now of like, this person's stressing me out. I don't want nothing to do with that. And not doing anything high intensity. Because even a high intensity workout is again going to send a signal to your brain like we're stressing out, we're panicking, we're trying to like fix something, but it's not really getting fixed. So I love that You are really listening to your body right now. You are listening to your mind. You are listening to your intuition. You are listening to the divine messages that you channel and whatever you get from the divine or the universe. Like, you are paying attention. Like, I love that you're like sidestepping things too. You're like, I'm the chameleon. Like, I'll shine bright when I need to, and then I'll sidestep when I need to, because I see what's going on here and I need to do what's for my highest good. Because you are getting your body realigned. You are getting rid of long standing trauma that has been buried deep inside of you that you didn't even really know that you had. Sometimes we think that we'd be working on it, and then we'll do like one exercise that like is supposed to help release some stuff, and we're like, oh my gosh, why am I crying? Like, what's going on? Like, what is even happening right now? So if you do feel like you guys have been working on those things, I would definitely try lymphatic massages. I would try, like, if you feel like you've been trying to get rid of stubborn belly fat. Sorry, this is like a little tangent, but has to do with that part of the message of the stress, having a divine understanding of your body. I would try somatic exercises for high cortisol. I would look that up online. I would also try somatic yoga. It will teach you certain exercises to like stay within your body. Okay. And these things will help you for when you're going to go work out again and you're trying to get rid of things that, you know, are going on in your body, and you feel like your body is only holding on to sugar or fat, and there's certain hormones that will only let that through. So it's a whole thing, but I know you guys are picking up what I'm putting down. You're coming to a divine understanding of the vision that you want for yourself and what type of work it's going to take to get there. So I'm so proud of you. I wish I could hug you guys. We have follow the signs, timing, trust, and vision. You are seeing the situation correctly. Sometimes when things are not panning out the way we planned in our heads, we lose faith. So again, with all those relationships that you had last year, you're like, oh my gosh, I thought like this was going to be a good relationship, and now it's not. Now I have to walk away. Oh my gosh, I thought this was going to help my health, or this was going to be good for me, and it's not. So like, you are pivoting. It's okay that you have to pivot, but I love that you're not losing faith, even though this last year was really hard for you, or you felt like everything was upside down. So even though you could have lost faith and things didn't look like how you thought it would, it doesn't mean that it is not in the process of being sorted out. If you have an inner knowing and vision, then hold tight to the vision and see through it, or see it through. Do you know in your heart you will be successful? That is the bottom line. I know you know in your heart of hearts that you will be successful, because you are going through this heart activation, this divine understanding of what you could possibly be. That's what's making you glow from the inside out. That is what's turning everyone's head. That's what's extremely terrifying to other people. Like, oh, I don't know what they got going on, but they know themselves. They are very aware. Okay, you are very aware. So we have unravel. Things that you've been working on have not only been helping you be honest with yourself, but they've been helping you reorganize, gain clarity, and make it through this battle. It's things that have been unraveling for your highest good. This card may be a sign from spirit that you are unraveling. Have you been feeling stuck underwater but also catching your breath more than before? Tired and hyper, very mixed, fluctuating emotions like anger, happiness, sadness, confusion, but also underlying settling state of clarity. Like mud being stirred and then the clearing to reveal what is beneath the surface. What is happening is you are being reorganized by spirit so you can look less like a Picasso. Sorry, I'm tripping over my words. So you can look less like a Picasso painting and more like who you truly are. There's a part of you that is letting go, and another part that is angry that you are letting go of patterns and cycles that you have been stuck in forever. And so this is you guys unraveling to the fact like, okay, I did that for a long time. It didn't work for me. So I'm going to let go of it. And then your shadow's like, why are we letting go of that? Your ego's like, what are you doing? We need all of that stuff. And you're like, everybody zip it. Okay, I got it under control. So there is a lot happening in your body. Let's see. It is necessary chaos to bring order and clear the vision. The adjustment will help you be sure of yourself and prepare you for what is to come, because balance is here. Balance is coming in for you. Sorry. I love these cards, and if you've been with me a while, then you know. I was gifted these cards when I first started my channel, and I freaking love them. But the backs of these cards are so hard to read. They just be adding in too many extra words. But I adore the cards. But yeah, when I'm trying to read them while filming, it's like, you know what I mean? Anyways. Okay, can I get anything else for the collective? We have the moon and the vision. Ooh, hold your vision. Keep it tight. Keep it under lock and key. Your silence is your superpower. Your vision is your superpower. Your silence is your superpower. Your mystery. This black cat that I channeled is here. Oh my gosh, like what? Okay. Stop. Okay, remember when I told you guys about your Ace of Cups being like the Stanley Cup? I say that sometimes. This is what I envision. This is that cup. Knowledge of self, treasure, realization, true life. So God is saying, put out your cup, because I'm going to activate your heart. Here is the key. Can you see it? It's just so beautiful. This card is so beautiful. Knowledge of self. You are being rewarded. This is the true life. Like, you're realizing, like, oh, my life should really be like this, like, all the time. This isn't a joke. This isn't a test. I'm not being punked. To know yourself is to know true reality. If the mirror is dirty, how can we see anything but a muddy reflection? The more you are clear within yourself, the more you will see people, situations, and reality in general through the eyes of the divine. So know yourself is to inherit the kingdom of heaven. Your body, the walls that hold within them the rarest of treasures, your awakened soul. To know who you are is the greatest gifts and the key to being sovereign. So you were getting the key to being sovereign. You're going through the heart activation. God is saying, you know yourself, you're doing it. Oh, if you strongly desire to know yourself, then you are destined to be a queen amongst men, or a king amongst men. To sip from the Holy Grail and to climb the tree of life, because you will see that you are it. If that ain't saying that you're the bee's knees, then I don't know what is. Okay. You guys are serving your divine purpose. Listen to your discernment. You are hyper aware. I shouldn't say hyper. You are very aware. You are vigilant. If the hawk flies into your life, he could be bringing you a message about seeing the bigger picture. We talked about that earlier, seeing the bigger picture. So you are removing blocks and obstacles in front of you, and you're getting ready to soar. So don't let anybody like try to put you on pause. Like, you know what's up. You know what's up. All right, you guys, let me know what's going on in the comments. Oh, wait, actually, hold on. Let's pull out one more of these. Can I have one more for the collective? So again, the rules are not going to apply to you, not because you're being cocky or smug or anything of the sort, because you know the games that people are trying to play with you. Okay, you know the games that they want to play, and you're like, yeah, those rules don't apply to me. I'm not going to become nobody because it would make you feel better. I'm not going to just be out here doing that. I always say one more, and then I be grabbing a couple more, like. Okay. Can I have one more? Your tribe, your vibe. So I feel like in this new era, you're bringing in new friends, new best friends, new lovers, people that are going to be like your family. And I know that in the past you feel like, I thought I was getting closer to that. But as you're really getting to know yourself, I feel like now you can properly gauge who that should be and how fast you need to move between certain people and these stepping stones or certain situations that are meant to be, temporary. So let me know what's going on in the comments. New messages are being posted on Patreon. The link is below. It's only $11.11 a month if you're looking for exclusive ad-free content. I love you guys so much. If you made it all the way to the end of this message, let's see, what can we drop below? Okay, I want you guys to drop a puzzle piece down below if you made it to the end of this message. Because you are seeing what you need to see. You know that you have the missing piece. But everyone's like, oh, that's not it. That's not going to fit there. You know what I mean? You're like, I have the last puzzle piece. And everyone's like, no, 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 no. That's not even this puzzle. That don't even make sense. No, you know what you know. You said what you said. And you're going to listen to your higher self. Okay? So drop a puzzle piece down below if you made it all the way to the end. I love you guys so much. Drop your favorite affirmation. Smash the, you know what? Hit the bell. Duh. You guys do not want to miss out on any future live streams or future messages. Just thank you guys for being a part of my path. Thank you for letting me be a part of your journey and your path. Thank you for letting me be a light in your life. Thank you just for being my family. You guys are the best. You are turning a lot of heads, and this is just the beginning. Yes, it's going to terrify some people, but they'll get over it. Your authenticity is intimidating. The rules do not apply for you. This is your black cat era. You are the big bad wolf of the forest. God is riding for you. Okay? Nothing is off limits. Your silence is freaking powerful. Okay? So you're going to know when to shine. You're going to know when to keep it cute, so you can observe those around you very closely. Okay, because you know what you're looking at and you know what you're looking for. So again, give yourself a round of applause. Give yourself a pat on the shoulder because you've been doing it. You've been doing it well. Don't forget how amazing you are. All right, you guys, I love you so much. And I'm sending you loves and hugs, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.